here to give you a few remembrances of my 40-year friendship with Andy Maloney. I met him way back in 1972 when I was assigned from the police department to an ill-conceived federal drug law enforcement program. I took this assignment at the behest of a dear friend of mine who worked in the White House, who later became an unindicted co-conspirator in the Watergate scandal. The New York branch of O'Dell was headed by Mr. Maloney. I reported him at his office in the Federal Building in Manhattan. His office was clouded with cigar smoke in those pre-Nanny Bloomberg days. He informed me that he was known as a legend in law enforcement. This sort of flew in the face of a little background I had conducted on my soon-to-be boss. The background indicated he had been a minor functionary in a moribund U.S. Attorney's office where he was assigned the simplest of cases. We sort of bonded when he found out that I lived in Westchester County, as did he. He suggested I should drive him home after our many nights of revelry in Manhattan, stating that if anything bad happened, that he had more to lose than a mere police captain, me. Adding to this situation was the fact that he had helped my son get an appointment to West Point, which he reminded me of every time he needed a ride for 40 years. I really didn't mind the chauffeuring chore, except for the hell I caught from my wife, who told me she could handle the car reeking from cigar smoke the mornings after, but she couldn't stand the pipe ashes still smoldering on the car's rugs. Mr. Maloney had trouble controlling the electric windows, so he simply emptied his pipe ashes on the rug. Those were fun nights, except for when an observant bartender or two would berate Andy for never, I say never, paying for a round. Speaking of entitlements. On these nightly jaunts, I stopped for gas one night and was assaulted by a Negro chap who worked at the station. I suffered a loose front tooth. After finding out the cost of a replacement, I retained a prominent attorney, Frank McGee, and sued the gas station and the attendant. I brought my friend Mr. Maloney in as a witness. He took time out from a minor trial going on in his district, I think it was the John Gotti case, to come to civil court in Manhattan, where he testified. After hearing his testimony, the jury found for the respondent and quickly and unanimously threw the case out. But in spite of these peccadillos, Andy became my close friend, and not only friend, but advisor, counselor, both career-wise and family-wise. Besides the aforementioned son that he had helped get into West Point, he helped the second son get into West Point, and on several family situations he came to my rescue and held my hand throughout many a tough situation. He is a true friend and a great guy. So I say to Andy, happy birthday, stay healthy, and hop in a car.